지금 입김 나는데 어떡하지? 아, 고민되네. 기모 입을 거 그랬나? 아, 아니야. 일단 이 그지 같은 토론토 존나 추워. 지금 1시간 전에 가고 있습니다. 4시간밖에 못 잤고 너무 긴장돼서 4시간밖에 못 잤고 일단 목표 이룰지는 모르겠지만 뭐 일단 해보자. 완주하는 거에만 의미를 두자.
We are about 1 minute and 20 seconds away. We're ready. And again, thank you. And again, we certainly want to thank our lead line manager. Thank you, sir. And we are coming up to 25.
I met you last December. Well, I think it was. Your arm around my shoulder with no care at all. You stayed cool, calm, collected, just playing dumb. Who'd have thought? Yeah, you were so cool, so different. Yeah, I bet you were bending over backwards just to say a word. And you think you're funny now, but they never learn what it cost. And I've been searching, waiting for the right time. You threw something about your brother's fight. I just wanna tell you what's on my mind. How do we get here and how do we stay? I don't wanna rush things, but I don't wanna wait for you. How do I know that your feelings could change? I don't know, but I hope so. Yeah, you think you know it all, and you're probably right on most things, but you haven't noticed the way I just sit and stare. I know it's useless, I'm trying to stop, and I know that it's always gonna lead back to you. You said you don't remember what I said to you. I'm so relieved, cause I wouldn't know what to do if I'd said I love you probably way too soon, like way too soon. Kinda mean and never caring, kinda sweet like onion, kinda changing, but you haven't since then. Just give the small talk, say you wanna love me till your lungs give in, or just maybe are you free next weekend? I've been searching, waiting for the right time. Said I'd call, but you answered, so I cut the line. I just wanna tell you what's on my mind, but if I say too much, can we forget it all? How do we get here and how do we stay? I don't wanna rush things, but I don't wanna wait for you. How do I know that your feelings could change? I don't know, but I hope so. You think you know it all, and you're probably right on most things, but you haven't noticed the way I just sit and stare. I know it's useless, I'm trying to stop, yet I know that it's always gonna lead back to you. And I'm purposely falling, can't slam in the door. There's nothing to lose, just admit it. And I know that it's crazy, but I
차 있어야 될 곳을 이렇게 대중교통과 걸어감으로써 내가 찜질방 가서 묵은 때를 벗기고 봄을 맞이하겠다는 의지. 요이씨. 다행히 코너 도니까 도착. 일주일 만에 이렇게 푸릇푸릇 올라옵니다. 봄이 오고 있어요. 토론토에도. 아니 7km 달린 줄 알았는데 지금 5km밖에 안 됐네. 21km 어떻게 뛰냐. 나 미치겠다 진짜. 아무튼 토론토에서 여기 공원이 가장 한적하고 가는 길에 다들 부촌이라 그런지 엄청 집들도 이쁘고 여기가 진짜 캐나다 같아.